In the aftermath of World War II, Iran faced a complex political landscape. Mohammad Mosaddegh, a charismatic and nationalist leader, emerged as a champion of Iranian sovereignty. Central to the geopolitical equation was the issue of oil. The Anglo-Iranian oil company AJAX, later known as British Petroleum BP, controlled Iran's oil industry, reaping significant profits while leaving Iranians with a limited share. 2. Mossadegh's nationalization of oil. Mossadegh's rise to power culminated in his election as Prime Minister in 1951. Focused on reclaiming Iran's economic independence, he spearheaded the nationalization of Iran's oil industry in 1951, a move that struck at the heart of British economic interests. This decision triggered a crisis, setting the stage for international intervention. 3. Anglo-American concerns and Cold War dynamics. The United States and the United Kingdom viewed Mossadegh's actions with deep concern. In the context of the Cold War, the fear of Soviet influence and the desire to safeguard Western interests in the region compelled the Anglo-American alliance to act decisively against what they perceived as a potential communist foothold in Iran. 4. Eisenhower's approval of Operation Ajax. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, convinced of the need to protect Western interests in the Middle East, approved Operation Ajax. The plan, devised by the CIA and British intelligence, aimed to remove Mossadegh from power, reinstate the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, and secure Western control over Iran's oil resources. 5. Execution of Operation Ajax. Kermit Roosevelt's role. Operation Ajax was executed in 1953 under the leadership of Kermit Roosevelt, a CIA operative and grandson of President Theodore Roosevelt. Employing a combination of propaganda, political maneuvering, and covert actions, the CIA orchestrated protests and demonstrations against Mossadegh, creating an atmosphere conducive to his removal. 6. Mossadegh's ouster and the restoration of the Shah. In August 1953, amidst widespread protests, Mossadegh was arrested, and the Shah returned to power. The Shah, seen as a pro-Western monarch, was reinstated with increased authority. The nationalization of oil was reversed, and Western interests were once again firmly entrenched in Iran. 7. Repercussions and long-term impact. The ousting of Mossadegh had immediate repercussions. While it achieved the short-term goal of securing Western control over Iranian oil, it sowed the seeds of long-term instability. The Shah's authoritarian rule, supported by the U.S., fueled resentment among Iranians, laying the groundwork for the 1979 Islamic Revolution. 8. Legacy of Operation Ajax. 1979 Revolution. Operation Ajax left an indelible mark on Iran's political landscape. The perceived betrayal of Iranian sovereignty and the support for an authoritarian regime fostered deep-seated anti-American sentiment. This sentiment would come to a head in 1979 when the Iranian Revolution, led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, resulted in the establishment of an Islamic Republic, marking the end of the Shah's rule. 9. Controversies and ethical considerations. Operation Ajax remains a subject of controversy and ethical scrutiny. The covert intervention in the affairs of a sovereign nation raises questions about the morality and consequences of such actions. Critics argue that the operation undermined democratic principles and fueled anti-American sentiments that persist to this day. 10. Modern implications, U.S.-Iran relations. The repercussions of Operation Ajax continue to reverberate in U.S.-Iran relations. The deep-seated mistrust, rooted in the events of 1953, has influenced diplomatic interactions, contributing to the strained relationship between the two nations. Understanding the historical context of Operation Ajax is crucial for comprehending the complexities of the contemporary geopolitical landscape in the Middle East. Conclusion. Operation Ajax stands as a pivotal episode in the complex tapestry of Cold War history, illustrating the lengths to which major powers were willing to go to secure their interests. While achieving its short-term goals, the operation left a lasting legacy of mistrust and resentment, contributing to the turbulent political dynamics that have defined Iran's modern history. The events of 1953 underscore the intricate interplay between geopolitics, covert operations, and the enduring consequences of interventions in the affairs of sovereign nations.